Hey, this is Mark Washington, MTC Media, with your Sunday picks for the NFL Super Wildcard weekend. We have 3 games that we're going to get through, and we're going to start off in Buffalo, where Miami visits the Buffalo Bills. The Dolphins are plus 13.5 with a total of 43.5 the previous meetings. Dolphins won 21-19. And the Bills won 32-29. Now, the big thing is, as you probably know, was that Tua played in both of those games. There is no Tua for this one. You are getting Skylar Thompson. And that does skew my picks and skew, how I even want to play this game altogether. So this is a short one where I'm going to go with the Buffalo defense / special teams to score a touchdown at plus 450. I think that's a sneaky good one on the board. And shockingly enough, I think Miami gets one of those garbage touchdowns. It's either going to happen very early in the game or happen late in the game. So you ask yourself, well, if someone's going to get a sneaky touchdown in this game, who would it be for the Dolphins? And I would say that is Matt Gesicki. He is plus 350 for any time touchdown. I am going with that one. We go to Minnesota. You're talking about sneaky. They have been able to sneak their way to a very good record winning a lot of games at the end, including the first time these two teams played. Now, the Giants are getting 3 points with a total of 48. Again, the previous meeting, the Vikings won 27-24 after the Giants made a pretty darn good comeback. And Minnesota gets the field goal at the end, 61 yards. Wow. In that game, Kirk Cousins had a pretty clean sheet, actually had a clean sheet. 3 touchdown passes with no interceptions. And it was one of those weird things when you look at the box scores, because Jefferson had 12 receptions and Hawkinson had 13 receptions along with 2 touchdowns. And then you saw these 1-1-1-1-1s in that game. So when you look at this one, first of all, I like the over 48 in this one. Might be strange, but I think this is going to be a shootout, which probably doesn't help the Giants, because I know the Giants would probably like to have limited possessions in this. But I think this one has to open up. And, 27-24 in the first game. And be honest with you, I think Daniel Jones will have his chances too. And speaking of Daniel Jones, I like him in a prop bet to throw over a half interception. That is plus 120. I think one gets away from him. I know. How can you bet Daniel Jones and not bet Kirk Cousins in a big spot to throw an interception? I do like Jones. Now, I think at the time of this taping, if you bet Kirk Cousins with the same bet over a half interception, I think you can get a plus. At least at this time, you can get a plus for that too. But I'm just going to go with Daniel Jones. Yes, I did contemplate going with both quarterbacks. The other one I do like, anytime touchdown, Justin Jefferson, plus 110. Once again, this is on FanDuel. And then, and bear with me if you want to take a little chance on someone. Anytime touchdown for Isaiah Hodgins from the Giants at plus 280. I think that's a sneaky one that you might be able to get in with a pretty good return. The last game of that night, Baltimore plus 9 at Cincinnati with a total of 40.5. Baltimore won the first meet in 1917. Cincinnati won the second meet in 27-16. Again, I think you guys know what the situation is. Lamar played in the first game that Baltimore won. He didn't play in the second game, but Anthony Brown played in the second game for the Ravens. And Tyler Huntley is expected to be the quarterback this time around. Baltimore is just in a bad position. I'm staying away from the line. And as of this taping, there was very limited props for the Baltimore Ravens. Plenty of up there for Cincinnati, but very limited props for the Baltimore Ravens. So this is going to be short. I have 2. Tyler Boyd receiving yards over 33.5. Thought that was kind of sneaky low. I think he'll definitely get that. And I won't go with anytime touchdown with Mark Andrews with plus 130, simply because no matter who's playing quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens, that's going to be their first look. And if they do, again, whether early on or in mop-up time, whether they do get a chance, if they're down there, that they're going to look for Mark Andrews. So I'm going to go with Mark Andrews. So again, 3 games here on Sunday. all three games has its uncertainty, especially in the quarterback situation for Miami and Baltimore. So be smart. This is being taped, obviously, on a Friday. So it's some of the Sunday games you're going to see some changes between now and the taping, and you're going to probably see some line movement and certainly some more prop bets in the Baltimore game. So you might want to swing back around, whether you use BetMGM or FanDuel or whichever one you use. There's so many out there right now. Check going on to Sunday. Definitely with those games. Also check the injury list for Sunday, because in the Baltimore case and certainly in the Miami case, I think both cases you might see some movement. So those are my picks and props for Sunday's NFL Super Wildcard weekend games. This is Mark Washington from MTC Media.